Hey, welcome to the Christian Media Marketing Show. My name is John. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Whether you're listening to the podcast or watching the show on YouTube, I'm grateful to spend some time with you. I wish I could do more of that just like in person, but this is the second best. And it's second best, but still really cool because I appreciate the emails and the comments and even sometimes then the video calls that I've been able to do with some of you and the relationship that's been built because of this mutual trust and mutual desire to accomplish the mission together. At Kavanaugh Media, now as a nonprofit, the mission hasn't changed. What we're doing hasn't changed. Our desire is to serve as many teams and organizations and people around the world as we can, helping them leverage digital engagement technology and tools, practices, tricks, everything that's out there, anything that we can figure out how to make use of these different things that are available to us right now to make Jesus known, to see his kingdom come, to see the renewal of all things. That's our desire. And so we appreciate doing it with you. Some of you that watch this show or listen to the podcast are doing this all on your own. Well, I want you to succeed. And I want you to know that we're on your side. And so this podcast, the weekly marketing newsletter, the courses that we have offered, and we have some new ones that are in the works, even ones that others are doing, we want to make sure that you're aware of those. In whatever way we can, we want to help you. And if as an organization or a team, you're like, I don't want to be doing all of these things all the time. We just want to do evangelism, discipleship, leadership development. Well, then we would be honored to serve your team and to work alongside of you to help see your people group, your nation, to be making disciples who are making disciples and see just the church grow, see Jesus's kingdom come. So thank you for trusting us to be a source of information for you all. We're not the only one, and we're grateful for all the others that are out there as well who are just putting their hand to the plow. In fact, I think that this is something that makes Jesus happy and pleased is when he sees his children working together in unity. Even when sometimes our methods may not even be exactly the same, that's okay. It is in this beautiful mosaic of giftedness, of talents, of organizations, of theological ways that we look at the authority of Jesus in our lives, of what his word is saying, how we hear things and apply that in obedience. All of that unites us. That's his prayer in John 17. But I also know that Satan is real and he will do anything possible to stop you, to stop us from accomplishing the mission that Jesus has given to us. And so I pray for you all. I pray for the kingdom, and I appreciate your prayers for us as well. Today, I want to talk to you about a specific piece of software that we've been using for a little bit now, and I like it. I'm just going to tell you my results right from the very beginning. We're using it. We like it. We're grateful for one of the denominations and organizations that we get to serve who their person came along and said, let's try this. And their feedback has been very positive. And so I want to share with you a tool that you can use to help moderate and really control comments. So when people see your ads or they see even just your organic content, if you're putting that out, how can we control the comments themselves? These are small little steps. These are like micro messages that people are putting there. So how do we control that? And how do we make it in such a way that as is the reality in some locations, as soon as you put something about Jesus out there, within minutes, you will get tens, if not hundreds or more angry, vile comments. How do we control that? How do we make it so that if a seeker comes to your post, your ad, your page, that they're not being inundated and overwhelmed by just angry, negative comments? Well, today's software is one that I think that can help you with that. So let's dive into it. And I want to talk to you about Comment Guard. All right. Comment Guard is the software that I want to talk to you about today. And you can go to just commentguard.io is their website. And there's going to be a lot of information on there that you can see that I kind of want to overview today, but I really encourage you go to their website. And here's the great thing. You can do a free trial and test it yourself. Try it out for a week and see if it serves the purpose of what I think it could do. So what I would like to do here in just a few minutes time is to talk through what are the positives and the negatives, because there's a couple, and I don't think they're huge, but I do want to give you both the positives and the negatives of Comment Guard. And the neat thing about it, just as we're getting started, is that there's an AI component built right into it. So let's dive into some of the positives that I see with Comment Guard. When you're looking at it and when you begin to use it, one of the immediate benefits, in my estimation, is just the time-saving automation. If in the normal way, you put out an ad and people are going on there and they are putting in angry or hurtful or spam types of comments, that takes a lot of time to go in and to either hide them or delete them. And what Comment Guard can do from the very beginning is you can turn it on a function that hides all comments. And then you go into Comment Guard to decide what comments you want to allow on the feed. And so this is really, to me, a great, great part of this software. So if you work in a place where there's so much hostility to Christianity and to the mission, well, if there's a ton of angry things going in there, yes, you could go in one by one and hide and delete and block them. And that may be what you want to do. But as an initial response, it just hides all comments, which means that the person who wrote it will still see their comment on your ad or your post. And their friends on the social network will see it. But anybody else who sees your ad or your post won't. And so I think this is a very positive thing. We love using tools like Echo Global, and we have found that Comment Guard works great right with Echo Global as well. And so we can go in and we can like a ton of comments that say maybe amen or whatever, save time that way on Echo Global. But with Comment Guard, it's a time-saving automation which hides all comments immediately. And then you go to their screen and you just choose which ones you want to add back into it. It then gives you a centralized management so you can have multiple pages and all of your comments are showing up on one screen. This is why we like Echo Global and other tools like that as well, is it's one place so that after you learn it, your responders, your online responders are only going to one place to have to do that. And so for the one organization that we get to serve that's using this, they specifically have close to 5 pages, I believe, on it, Instagram and Facebook ones, and they're all on one screen, which is just a fantastic way of centralizing your response. It makes you more efficient. You can also create custom moderation rules. So if there are certain phrases or things that you don't want to show up or you want hidden or you want to respond to in a certain way, it can do it, as well as using AI generated replies. Now, I'm not at the point yet where I'm just going to turn something on and go, good luck. I hope that you reply as well as I might want to, or as Jesus has said. But here's the great thing. I think that this is going to continue to get better and better. But think about just basic questions that you get asked a lot. Who are you? Where are you from? What or whatever. So it could be those, it could be broader ones. Tell me more about this, or where can I get a Bible? Whatever it might be. I think you can use this AI generated reply and the custom moderation rules to really fine tune some of this automation and give you more time and more speed in your responding. There's also collaboration features. So this is a place where all of your online responders can be coming in and working right from the same screen together. So you can work together. If you have online responders, maybe you're doing a Discover Jesus initiative or you're a part of that. So you have people in more than one location in a country. Well, this is their meeting place. This is the office. This is where they can collaborate and work together. So Comment Guard allows you to add more people to it, not just one person working into it. It also handles multiple languages, which is always very important for digital engagement work is, will it handle my language? So if you go to commentguard.io, it will list all the languages that are on there and the ones that it works on. And I believe that they're adding more and more language capabilities as time goes along. Now, when it comes to negatives with it, there's a couple things that I just want to make sure that you're aware of. And one is just platform support itself. Now, I ran into this as there's 360 some accounts that I have full admin access on. I was only trying to add a few. And so the process to this is very similar to other platforms like Echo Global and others that you log into Meta and then it says what pages or things do you want to add to this. Well, some of the pages weren't showing up at first, but I did find as I put in a tech support ticket that they reached out and the person helping me did a great job. But some of what I have read is other people's comments on it is that they felt like the support may be limited. It's such a straightforward software though. My thought is you're probably not going to get hurt on this one. The pricing itself, yes, there's a cost to it. And if you get, let's say 50,000 comments a month, well, now you're looking at $200 a month for this software. It still might be worth it to do that. But if you're just starting out and the lowest level is $29 a month, it has unlimited pages that you can add to it. You can have unlimited users, unlimited AI replies, and up to 5,000 comments in that one rolling month. And from there, the price goes up. So if you receive tens of thousands of comments, well, the price will be more expensive, but it may still be worth it instead of trying to manually go through and curate all those comments. And I hope that you are doing that. If you just let people overrun your page, your post, your ad, it would be terrible, I think, in my opinion, to let it get overrun with those who are negative and hateful against Jesus. So it's really important to create that safe place in your comment section. So yes, there's maybe some support. Maybe it could become more expensive. There's limitations as to what all you can do in it, but I think they're going to continue to add more. I've seen this. They talk about what's coming. And so I see that they recognize some of these customization limitations, but it can do certain things and it does them really well. And then there's certain things that so far it can't do. I still think it's worth every penny, and I would encourage you to look into it. So Comment Guard, yes, there's some positives and negatives to it, but I think the positives are way better than the negatives that are there. Yes, it costs a little bit of money, but in the time savings over a month, $30, wow, I think it's great. So even if you use other tools to help you, like an Echo Global or Chatfuel or ManyChat or different types of things, I think Comment Guard could be a really good piece of software that might help you in the work that you're doing. So I'm testing tons of different ones that are out there. I'm working through a very elaborate, it's going to end up being about a 6-month long cybersecurity course on more on the defensive side of stuff. But part of what I'm doing even through there is just looking at software, testing it out. I've got servers and different things here behind me, online ones that we're using. And so I'll continue to share about other pieces of software, but this is one that's been tested already, being used on the field. And I think it's a really powerful piece of software that you should consider. All right, so Comment Guard, there you go. Piece of software I hope that you will consider, look into it, give it a free trial at least, give it a week, see what you think on it. And then let me know if you like it, if you're using it, if there's some limitations that you found that maybe I haven't seen yet, maybe some really unique ways. I'd love to hear how you are using it. And if we get enough of that, we'll come back and make another episode and share that with everybody as well. When you share ideas and information with me, I am passing that along to our whole Kavanaugh team, but also to all the teams and organizations that we serve. So I greatly appreciate you. And when you're testing and working and learning, share with us, and we'll do our best to be sharing with you. All right. So share the podcast, share the YouTube show. Like it, subscribe to it. That helps us get that out there to more and more people. And as always, if there are things that you want to hear, training you think that would be good for us to do, any suggestions, I'd love to hear them. We exist to serve the King alongside of you. And so to that end, keep pressing forward and helping all the people in your context hear about Jesus, to see the renewal of all things, to see Jesus's kingdom come. Keep pressing forward. Don't stop. And we are there cheering you on, trying to help you in any way we can. We'll see you next week, Lord willing. Take care for now.